Welcome, we got a good episode for you today, but I want to start off by showing off some of the new watches that we just got in, so stand by. So the first watch that we got in is Octo Roma by Bulgari. It's a very beautiful world time watch. It's a men's watch, but this would look fantastic on a lady's wrist as well.
Oh, that's pretty.
You see? She agrees. It's a beautiful watch. It's a high-end watch.
How high-end?
It's $6,500.
Oh, yes. That's out of my.
But it's available right now. You can get it on our website or just contact us directly, 916-483-0207. We also have a very special Rolex Daytona with turquoise dial, and it's in all solid 18K gold. And this watch is actually on hold. We have a client for it. But I wanted to show it off because it's a beautiful watch, and you're not always going to get to see something like this. It's the dial is just amazing on this. And then also this special watch that we got in is a Rolex GMT Master 2 with meteorite dial and a blue and red Pepsi ceramic bezel. So it's got the American flag colors, red, white, and blue. And what I really love about this watch that it was actually purchased on the 4th of July. So that's pretty cool. Got the American flag colors, purchased on the 4th of July. This is available to buy right now for $55,000 on our website, or contact us directly, 916-483-0207.
Just looking at my premium.
All right, so this is my buddy Ben. What? What are you saying, Ben?
Just compare the two.
No, we're not going to make the trade. He wants to
Why
trade.
not?
Is that what you said?
That's a great trade.
He wants to trade.
What's wrong? I don't. What's
It's
the problem?
crazy.
What?
No, anyway,
It's
so
very
this is
similar.
my buddy Ben.
How you doing?
How long have we known each other, Ben?
Ah, shoot.
It's not that long, Ben.
No.
Come on, man. Don't.
Since right before COVID, I think.
Yeah, how did you find out about us, Ben?
Okay, so I was using some watchmaker downtown, and then that guy disappeared with my watches, and then and then I was like, all right.
So you had watches for repair.
Yeah.
And did you ever retrieve those watches?
No, I kept calling him, he kept calling me, and it was like a phone tag thing, and I was working, so I couldn't just leave work to go get watches. So I was like, all right. We just never connected. He disappeared. His shop shut down and everything. Don't know what happened to him. So then I looked up who else is in the area, and you seemed a little further away than I wanted to go.
So hold on, just real quick. Where are you from?
I'm from Stockton.
Stockton. Okay, so it's like, how long of a drive is it?
About 45 minutes.
45.
Yeah, but I usually head the other way
Uh-huh.
because I was working in Davis.
Oh, okay,
well, that
okay.
Davis area. So, that's shooting out
Yeah,
that
yeah.
way. So I'd stop, that other watchmaker goes downtown, so I just stop right there and go. But this is like, I got to go head east now. So,
Yeah.
But, once I met you guys and you guys started working on my watches, I didn't mind coming here at all. It was a great trip.
Yeah, and Ben has actually become I consider him a good friend. I don't
we're
know if
good
he I hope he considers me a friend.
We're
But
good friends.
we've actually, we've gone to watch shows together. He comes to our shop often. We talk a lot about watches. We talk a lot about other deals and stuff like that. I think we help each other, and it's good to know people like that in the business. So Ben is kind of in the business too, right?
Yeah.
You're buying and selling watches.
Yep, full time.
You want to talk a little bit about that? Like, where do you sell your watches at? Where do you get your watches from?
Yeah, so I buy my watches from pretty much other dealers, usually online through Facebook groups, or I know a few guys that I've met and we've developed relationships, and I'll buy from them. But then I'll go and I'll sell them on eBay or Corner 24, and I have a few local clients as well that I do.
Where can people find you on eBay?
On eBay, the store name is called Surviving Souls.
So what are you on Instagram? Because you have an Instagram account too. So.
Ben's Watch Boutique.
Ben's Watch Boutique.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually my LLC name, so that's my real business name.
And is this what you do full time right now, like buying and selling watches?
100%. This is what I'm doing full time.
How long have you been doing it? I know you told me a little bit. I think a few years actually.
Yeah. Well, I've been selling for probably 6 years now. But I started out, with Seikos, cheaper, but solid watches. And then I, moved on up to like Omega. Vintage Omega is kind of what got me started in the higher end stuff, but it was, affordable and very good quality stuff. I still love Vintage Omega to this day. They're in the tank right now, which sucks. The
Omegas?
prices. Yeah, the Vintage Omegas.
It depends. Not that I don't want to say I disagree with you. I just think that people are just looking for mint condition.
Yeah.
And this is like one of the things, like I always tell Ben, be careful when you buy stuff that's vintage. Buy stuff that's in very good condition, because a lot of people that are buying vintage watches, even though, we appreciate vintage watches that are like 50, 60, 70 years old, and we know that, hey, they're going to have little faults, scratches, stuff like that. But a lot of the buyers nowadays, it seems like they want them to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's like they want
new old stock.
70-year-old watch, and it's got to be perfect. Like, hey, if you have a car from the 1950s that has 50 to 100,000 miles on it or whatever, it's still going to show signs of, being used, being old, stuff like that. So this is one of the things.
Look at it. Yeah.
So I get a lot of advice from him, but like the advice I always give him, I say, be careful who you buy from and what you're buying. Make sure you're buying good quality stuff, because your customers are looking for that. When they're buying something, they're going to point out every little fault, every little scratch, stuff like that. So I love Omegas. Omega is like I would still say it's my favorite watch. But when I'm buying Omegas too, I try to buy the stuff that people will like too, so stuff that is good condition. Also, I wanted to ask you, you've done a few watch shows. You've done the IWJG, you've done the NAWCC, and the Worldwide Trader.
Yep.
You want to talk a little bit about the watch shows, what kind of experiences you've had, or like overall just...
Watch shows are a great place to network. They're a great place to meet other dealers, get contact information, and kind of get into their chats and stuff like that, right? Like they see you in person, you build a rapport, and they see you face to face. You're vouched for at the shows. People know you, so that's the good part about the show. The networking, the dinners afterwards.
That's fun. I like that too. So, like, just really quick, don't mean to interrupt, but that's one of the things, like when we go to watch shows, it's nice that after we work hard, whether it's a 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 or whatever, but after the show, we all go out to dinner, we discuss, we talk about business, stuff like that. So you learn a lot from other dealers. So that's one of my favorite things about the watch shows too, not just the business aspect of it. But go ahead, sorry.
So the watch shows in and of themselves, they are great, but you really have to know like what you're going for, and be ready to act on something you see that is, like you said, good quality. It's a good piece. So like if you're looking for, a 6694, which is a 34 millimeter Rolex, or a 16233 or something like that, two-tone, you're like, okay, I know what I'm looking for. I'm going to go find that for my client. Maybe he wants the blue dial. And like, okay, that's going to be fun. So you got to really hurry up and hustle the first hour or two, and that's it. Because if you don't, it's gone. Stuff flies so fast in the first few hours. You just, the stuff left over, you can make good deals, and when you get towards the end of the shows. But in the beginning, if you need a piece, you got to hit the ground. You got to start running around quick, finding that piece.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like most of the deals at any trade shows, like people pay an early bird fee to get in before everybody else, just to kind of see if they can find any deals and snatch them up, because that's really the best time going to watch shows, like that first hour. And in fact, most of the action happens within that first hour, whether you're a seller or a buyer. It's good. I would add that like going to the watch shows is good to always be prepared to be not only a seller but a buyer. Do both. To get ready to do both, because if you go there to sell and it's not a good show for selling, then be prepared to walk around and maybe you can find something. or vice versa. If you don't just go with the mentality just to buy stuff, you might not find anything that you think is worth buying. Then have a table, have a showcase, sit down. Maybe you can show some of your watches that you have and sell there. Anything else you want to add about the watch shows? Or?
Yeah, I'll always go with somebody else, like not just for security reasons. That goes unsaid. I mean, it's a lot of watch theft. You look at the article about London.
I haven't seen it. I mean, what, like recently? Something that happened recently?
Yeah, no, it's just like overall they're having like a huge like
theft and stuff.
Millions of dollars of watches stolen
Yeah.
by these roving gangs on bikes.
Yeah. Wow.
But anyways, always go with someone not just for security, but also so that like Raimond, right? I'd see him at the shows and he's stuck right behind his booth because he's busy, right? He's selling, but he's not actively buying at that time. So he's missing the first round deals by selling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is, he wants to have a buyer there as well that roams around for him, you know, to kind of say, hey, do you want this? And brings it to him or whatnot. So it's always good to have two people, one to buy and one to sell.
And that's a good point too. Like, so very soon I want to start bringing my son. My son's been to watch shows ever since he was, I would say 3 or 4 years old, but he didn't have as much of an interest in the shows as he does now. And in fact, he's been saving money and he's looking forward to us to doing more shows in 2024 so he can do a lot of his own buying and just investing his money into watches, buying and reselling. So I'm actually looking forward to that too, because to have my son want to just continue this business is just so awesome. And having him there by my side is going to be really cool. And you can still come with us, Ben.
Oh, thank you.
Anything else you want to say, or?
No, it's just I'm mostly one as buyer, so
Yeah.
you know I never really sat on the selling side too much. I'd help spot Raimond once in a while when he needed to go somewhere, but other than that, yeah.
But it's good having Ben as a friend here locally, and also like an up and coming watch dealer. So a lot of times people are worried about, like, in our industry is like, why do we help each other and stuff like that? But there's enough. This is my mentality. I believe, like, in any industry, you don't have to try to cut anybody out. There's enough, I think, in this world for all of us. There's enough watches for you to buy and sell. There's enough for me. So it's like, as much as I can, I would like to help him, and he's helping me back at the same time. But awesome. Thank you, Ben.
Thanks. Appreciate it. All right. So actually, I just came by today to pick up a few watches that I had serviced here at Paul's Watch Repair. Paul does excellent work. And I like to hang out with Raimond too, of course. We're kind of buddies. And then we have the Seikos, a couple Seikos I picked up, and I had these serviced by them, and they came out looking beautiful afterwards. This is the 6105 8000. Older, we say these are the 60s era movements or watches. And I was able to pick up a couple of good deals, so I picked them up. I'm gonna have these up soon on eBay and Chrono. And I brought in a Movado. It's beautiful Movado, actually. I wasn't able to get it completely fixed yet because I'm still hunting down parts. The problem with these older electronic movements, this uses the Bulova / ETA movement. The problem with it is that it's hard to find the parts. They're becoming very scarce. They just don't have parts available for these watches anymore. Even though they're gorgeous, it's like, what's the point if you can't get them running, right? So, but I'll get that one running soon. I'll find the parts. And I had a Cartier with an issue. I kind of specialize in Cartier. I sell a lot of Cartier. I've been selling them before they were hot, just because they're, a good brand with a great history in horology. With the Santos, the Dumont being, the first wristwatch, quote unquote. Cartier tank. I'm just having a little battery keeper replaced on that. Can't get it focused. Yeah, there you go.
Was my dad able to fix that bit?
Yeah. He yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine. And then the Hamilton did a phenomenal job on this guy. I love all vintage. Omega's pretty much my number one love, and I'd say Hamilton's number two. Probably the simple fact that it was founded here. It's an American company. They made beautiful watches for during the war times, and their field watches are phenomenal. And being prior military, I love field watches. I think they're beautiful and they do the job very well. But that's that Hamilton right there. It's kind of hard to see. It has that cool dome crystal plexiglass. So anyways, they got these all up and running, beautifully, and I'll have them up soon. Just glad that I have Paul and Raimond here as a resource. They're super valuable. I appreciate them very much.
All right, so I have this Lange watch, and last week we showed a fake Lange. This is a real Lange. This is a Lange datograph, manual wind chronograph in a platinum case. And we're going to show some close-ups of the watch. But so the reason I'm wearing this watch, and I've been wearing this watch since yesterday, I brokered a deal. I bought this watch from one of the bigger dealers, and bought it for a customer of mine. The customer received the watch, and he said that the watch wasn't working. So the dealer sold me this watch as a working watch. When I got the watch in, I tested all the functions, everything was working properly. The client wore the watch for about a week, and he said it kept stopping on him every 20 hours or so. He said the power reserve was only about 20 hours. And so this movement for this watch has a power reserve of 36 hours. But the customer didn't come back to me. He took the watch directly to Lange to check it out, and Lange came back with an estimate of almost $10,000 to repair the watch. They found out a lot of different issues, and it's not necessarily that the watch has a lot of different issues. It's just that when you send a watch for service, whether to Lange or whether to another watch company, they're going to try to change a lot of different things that are unnecessary, like new crown, new crystal. They even want to change a new dial on this. They want to change new hands, things like that. The customer wore the watch for about a week. The watch wasn't keeping power reserve, or at least he said that the watch was stopping after about 20 hours. I wound the watch fully. I've been wearing it myself where I'm going on 28 hours right now, and the watch is still running. But the client took the watch to Lange. Lange kept the watch for 6 months, gave him an estimate of $10,000 to repair it. There's really nothing wrong with the watch, except small cosmetic issues and stuff like that, which the client was aware of when he bought it. But whenever you're sending a watch to companies like that, even Rolex and other companies, they're going to give you an estimate to change everything, make everything like new. So they want to replace the dial, replace the crown, replace the hands. And it's very expensive. The total price comes to over $9,000. Just polishing alone, $1,200. New dial, $2,000. Replacing the hands, $100, which that's kind of cheap for hands. $500 to replace the hands, $100 just for the labor on that. Restoring the movement to function properly, $4,400 almost. Replacing the crown, $1,400. Replacing the crown tube, $1,100. But so I brokered this watch. It was a deal. I brokered it. This is one of the reasons why I really don't like to source watches for clients, because now I'm kind of caught in the middle between my client and with the dealer that I got this watch from. And I see the watch is operating perfectly thus far. But nevertheless, the dealer has agreed to take it back to take a look at it. They do have a watchmaker there in New York that is Raimond certified, which is the group that owns Lange, and he's certified. He's going to check it out, see if they can maybe repair it under warranty. again, I don't see anything wrong, but the client says that it's stopping. For me, it's worked perfect thus far. So we're going to get some shots of the watch just to show you what a real Lange looks like, because in the last episode we featured that fake Lange watch. And this watch is in platinum, exhibition back. It's an in-house movement. Quite an innovation by Lange to make this chronograph movement. It's a beautiful timepiece, and this timepiece right here, I mean, it can be anywhere between 70 to 80,000 right now. Ben, come check this out, man. Look at it. What do you think?
Yeah. Man, that's a gorgeous watch.
Yeah, we got it back from a client, purchased it over 6 months ago, and he says he's having issues with it.
Oh, wow. Look at the
No, but it's, dude, the watch is working perfect.
That is amazing. Look at the craftsmanship.
Yeah, that's Lange, man.
All handmade, right? All the parts?
I don't know if they do everything handmade, but I know they do a lot of hand work, finishing and stuff like that.
Man, taking it apart, putting it together twice.
This has I think over 400 parts, 405 parts or something like that. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but a lot of chronograph. Well, a lot of the parts are obviously screws. You probably have easily 50 screws maybe in there, but still.
Yeah, I don't see any issue with the watch.
I mean, it's running, but like what he's saying, the power reserve, it stops after 20 hours. So I've been wearing it for 28 hours so far, and it hasn't stopped.
Maybe you had the chronograph running?
It's possible. So if the chronograph is running on this, it's just like the Rolex Daytonas. It has a power reserve on this watch with the chrono running. It has a power reserve, I think, somewhere between 12 to 14 hours if the chrono is on nonstop. It drains that much of the mainspring. The only thing is, he said no, he didn't have the chronograph on, so that's why I'm trying to test it with the chronograph off. We'll see.
I don't know, but I'm saying within the first week I'm trying.
What are you wearing, by the way?
Oh, it's a vintage Tudor with a big rose.
Yeah, that's nice, man. Original dial?
Yep.
Yeah, it does look. Dude, that's nice. Are you keeping it, or are you going to sell it?
No, I'm going to sell it.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
I love it. It's very clean, very beautiful. And
How's
the big rose is awesome.
How's the back?
The back?
Yeah.
As in...
Is it anything special on it, or it's just the flat back? Yeah. Wait, see, it has the Rolex logo crown, and look at the crown too on the side, Rolex logo. Pretty cool, man. I love Tudors. I love the vintage Tudors. I love the modern Tudors. I think it's a great company, man. You need a better strap, bro. You need a better strap. I'm gonna help you with that.
Genuine leather, bro.
Yeah, but the cow was old or something. I don't know. We're filming for YouTube. Are you okay if you're on there? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel too. I just use mine for travel.
What's your YouTube channel?
It's broadcasting live at home 123. So Blah 123. Me and my family travel all over the world. Like I was telling you.
Is it
BLAH 123?
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, you'll see. It's just my family travels. We go like Venice, London. Rome.
Yeah, you said your wife is from Italy, right?
Yeah. My wife's.
And you're from Philippines?
I'm from Philippines. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
I still have like a ton of footage right now. I have to take it off.
It's time consuming, yeah.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
Editing. But you guys' videos are awesome.
He does the work, so.
What's your name?
Paul.
It's Paul.
Nice to
Paul
meet
and Paul.
you. Yeah.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you too, Vince.
Yeah, that's nice. I like him.
Thank you.
Yeah, he does a good job. I'll go through all of these really quick, but do you have a price in mind for everything?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously these four are probably the cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop, right. This is, again,
some
so.
of these other ones I don't know. This one's a good piece here.
Okay.
The Gruen's a good piece. Another Gruen's a good piece.
Most of these work, or?
All all of these on the bottom,
You're not sure?
this one you serviced, and these down here probably need service. That one is working, completely restored.
Okay. It's stopped, but probably maybe just the battery.
Paul replaced the battery not too long ago. You can
Okay.
plug it, you can push it in.
Can't.
Oh, the battery. Yeah, I think the battery's
Okay. Really, primarily, I'm just interested like in these two. I like Omegas. Maybe this one too.
That one, I believe, is real. I mean, it's like real diamonds, I believe. I don't know how you would verify that other than opening it up.
I mean, even if they're real diamonds, these diamonds, wholesale, they're like $5 a piece, just so you know. We have bottles of them that we use to replace, so the diamonds are not worth anything. And this is a Belova, so it's not like, super high grade. It's a nice watch. With that said, do you want me to just give you a price for everything or just for the ones that I primarily want?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be helpful to know
8.
what the whole thing is worth versus what those two are worth, I guess.
I mean, I would offer you like $1,200 for everything. I'm thinking like 400, 300, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everything else like $200. Your main values right here in these. And I mean, Accutrons, we're selling them on eBay for like $200. This, we're probably going to post it for like $250, $300. Our best offer. It's these ones that sell for more. Omegas, we go through them, we service them. This one we'll probably list at about $750, buy it in our best offer, $650, $550, something like that, buy in our best. These are like literally, I've sold these Hellbros $20. I've sold them just to get rid of them.
Right.
Even these Seikos, I mean, I buy these at watch shows for $25, $35.
Gotcha. What about the Sea Shark? Is there any value in that?
Not anymore. Not like how it used to be like 15, 20 years ago. It's
Yeah.
small size. It's just a Lucien Picard.
Yeah.
I didn't check to see actually, but I don't think it's gold. Let me put my loop on there.
I'd be surprised. Most of the stuff.
Yeah, well, this I know. It's not just, I don't even have to check it. I know
Yeah.
those are not gold because I know the models, but this,
I actually like this one a lot.
yeah, it's
Really
10.
nice watch.
It's 10K gold filled,
Yeah.
so it's not solid gold or anything. And again, this is Hellbros, Titoni. These are nothing. Jules Jurgensen.
Okay.
It's up to you.
I think I'll hang on to them. I don't need to sell them. So
I completely understand. Do
Yeah,
you have
but-
a price in mind?
it was quite a bit higher than that.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought there'd be more value in it.
What were you thinking? Just for.
Well, I thought the box would be worth probably about $3.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking that, this would probably be for you to sell probably in the $2,500 range. And then,
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
I mean, this again. I'm offering you 4, 3, 100, and 200 for that.
yeah.
And then, yeah, those are your most valuable pieces. So, but no, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry it didn't work out, but maybe in the future on something else, okay?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah?
Yeah, thanks a lot.
No worries. Thank you for bringing them in.
Okay.
Bro, power reserve indicator, moon phase, calendar, small seconds. This is a slate gray dial.
Okay.
So the hour markers, the hands, everything done in white gold, obviously, so they don't corrode. You got the screwed down crown on the watch, which is awesome. Look at this. Look at the self-winding rotor. Is solid gold micro rotor. Look at the clasp. Opens like this. And then this pulls up. I'm going to let you handle it and see what you think.